Needed to stay below zero for good local rinks, for your backyard rink, if that's what you got going on, and for more extreme versions of rinks. Paul Tremblay here with me this morning. You're a Red Bull Crashed Ice competitor.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And how's your body feeling?
Body feels good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, it's
good.
ready. It's ready.
Not, and then after a race, how does your body feel?
It's not that bad. It's
Oh,
not,
okay.
yeah. If you don't fall, if you don't crash into the boards or whatever, it's just like a minute race. So your legs are burning, but you feel good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so for people who don't know the sport, which I can't imagine you not having seen it by now, it is one of the most astonishing sports when you're watching it, right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's fun. It's so what it is. It's downhill ice cross. That's what it's called.
Okay.
It's pretty much Red Bull that invented it, and there's races all around the world. There's about 5 on the world tour, and we're heading out to Niagara Falls this week for the first race of the year.
Niagara Falls is December 1st. The backdrop of the falls must be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a few pictures on Twitter and Facebook of the actual track in Niagara Falls, and it ends pretty much at the bottom, not at the bottom of the falls, but
right
right there.
Right there at the top of the falls, probably.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, top of the falls, and it looks like a great landscape, and it's just it's going to be awesome.
When you're racing, do you get a chance to look around? Because when you're in Quebec City, it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you're looking at the top, maybe.
Yeah. Well, you're at the top of the race. Your heart's just beating out of your chest, so you don't really have time to look around. But I mean, again, you can see the crowd there. That's pretty much all you see.
Yeah.
100,000 people in downtown Vieux-Quebec.
Oh,
that's in
so
Quebec
cool.
City. That's going to be in March. That's the final race of the championship.
I love this, because they thought to themselves, all right, well, we somehow have technology to make a downhill rink. What could we do? Let's put in some severe corners.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? It's too boring still. Let's make some jumps and then have 4 guys go down at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
Let's make some jumps and let's make you race against 3 other dudes.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty. I mean, yeah, of course it looks absolutely insane, but once you're out there,
Are you about to tell me it's not?
No, you get the hang of it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Like we're all, we all play hockey. We're all pretty solid on our skates. So, I mean, you go down a few times and you get the hang of it. You start to understand the corners.
Right.
I don't know if you just saw it right there. The 180 turn.
Yeah.
No, the 180 turn in Quebec City was one of the hardest spots.
Yeah. And is each track different, or they lay it out somewhat the same throughout the season?
Each track is different. I've never been to the other tracks around the world. There's 3, and there's 1 in St. Paul, Minnesota, and there's a couple in Europe. But each track is different. I mean, the landscape of the city is different, right? So they can't reproduce the exact same track that they did in Quebec City and Niagara Falls.
Exactly, okay.
But I imagine it's going to be just,
It is a big hill down toward the top of the falls. It's a perfect landscape for it. You are going to love it, I think.
Yeah.
So what's the goal here? In Niagara, there's a way to qualify for Quebec City?
Yes.
Okay.
So how they did it last year for Quebec City and how you qualified for Niagara Falls is just it's a qualifier here at the Bell Sensplex on the ice, little obstacle course. So if you qualified there, top 10 out of about 200, you go to Niagara Falls. In Niagara Falls, there's a time trial. It's called the National Shootout on Thursday night. If you qualify, if you're top 64 time, then you get invited to Quebec City in March. Yeah.
Well, so that's the goal, of course.
That's the goal. We want to, the guys from Ottawa, you want to, make a name for ourselves. Maybe make a top 32, top 16, the TV event.
Yeah, absolutely.
But essentially, the goal is to make it to Quebec City again, because that's a hell of a race.
Are there some guys who are dirtier than others? Some like elbowers and some guys who try. Are there known athletes on the ice that you want to steer clear of?
I wouldn't say known athletes, but everybody, everyone's in it to win it.
Yeah. So it seems to me like half of it's just hanging on. Like in terms of being able to control the speed, because the speed is there.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling people. There's no secret in this race. You get out of the gate first, and then don't fall.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't, passing someone on that track is extremely difficult. It's doable, but it's difficult.
Right.
So if you get out of the track or out of the gates first, get in front, get nice and big, probably won't get past.
And don't worry about don't worry about that pesky thing called fear.
No. just pretty much block out and get down the track.
I love that. All right. Well, I hope it's a blur for you and that it goes really fast.
Thank
and
you.
We hope to talk to you before you go to Quebec City.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Paul Tremblay, a Crash Ice competitor. All the best to you representing the capital. Go
Thank
get
you.
him, man. Go get him. Nice.